On you go. You tell us you were in a singing group in the war or something like that.
What happened was the war started, and to help the Red Cross, the girl Mary McFadgen, who lived in Tory Glen Street, decided to form a group, the 1940 kids. And I was a singer, and we used to go, we sang in the back courts, and people threw money over, and it went to, Mary McFadgen got it, went to the Red Cross. And then we got so good that we used to go, we were invited to church halls, and we sang, and we'd get our tea and cakes and all that. But that was Mary McFadgen did that. Then another woman took over, and this was a tragedy.
When you said it was a church halls, are you talking about St Margaret's on Pomodie Road?
Another local church. There was churches all, forget the name of them. There were several churches all the way along the road.
Aye, along Rutherglen Road.
Rutherglen Road.
Aye.
And we'd have the concerts in there, and we would sing there and get our tea.
Yep.
But another woman started that. Mary McFadgen did that, and it was all above board, genuine. And they collected money, and it went to the Red Cross. But this Mrs. Oh dear, her name just slipped me there. She lived in Rutherglen Road, and she had this other group, and I sang for her, and she would collect money for the Red Cross. But it wasn't until a while later, maybe a year or so later, they came and arrested her, and she was charged. She was taking this money.
Wow.
And kept it. And she was charged. I remember it was a big scandal at the time. Mrs. Truman. That was her name. That was a terrible contradiction. Really, no, that's true. That was her name, Mrs. Truman. And she got the money for us singing, and she pocketed it, and they came and she was arrested. I don't know whether she got in prison or anything, but she was arrested. And I sang with Willie McGee round the church halls and places like that. The back courts as well. People would put all their windows up and would sing in the back courts and raise money for the Red Cross. Aye. But with Mary McFadgen, it was church halls we went to and we got a tea. That was, we'd be better off with that, you know.
And did you sing, you were telling me earlier, I don't know whether you'd want to tell me again about the about the time that the woman that you didn't think liked you very much, and then you went and sang at the church.
Aye. That was Sissy McLean.
Aye. You want to tell that wee story again?
Well, it was a special celebration in St Margaret's Church, and the BB captain had decided there was going to a special occasion, and he asked me to sing at this occasion.
Was that George Perry?
George Perry. So he was organising this celebration to commemorate, I think it was 50 years of the church. The lovely special church building, a lovely church. And the choir were there sitting at the back, and I sat with the choir until I come up to sing. And I sang 2 songs. The Stranger of Galilee was one of them. And I remember after Sissy McLean was in the choir, and she was sitting, I was sitting in front with the choir because I was a singer, but she was right behind that. And I sang my heart out, The Stranger of Galilee. And when I turned to come back to sit in my seat, who was her head down crying was Sissy McLean. Because I knew she never liked me, but she must have got the surprise of her life to hear me singing, and singing so well.
And she was moved by it.
And she was moved by it, and she was crying. That's the feeling I got when she realised I wasn't such a bad boy, or maybe I didn't deserve her no liking me, or whatever it was. She was very moved by me singing.
That's quite good.
Sissy McLean.
Was there any other things, any other things you can remember about singing when you were a kid?
So I remember singing with the Life Boys. It was nothing special. As a matter of fact, the Life Boy captain, Mr. Sickler, I don't think he fancied me very much, you know. He liked this other boy. There was another boy sang, and he wasn't nearly as good as me. I forget his name. And Life Boys at that time, if you were a leader, you got a lanyard, you got a white rope round your neck,
Yeah.
and a bit went into the wee badge there.
Yeah.
And I was a leader, and so was this other boy. But I was a good singer. But when it came to whatever the occasion was, Instead of getting me to sing, they got this other boy, who was also a lanyard boy, and he couldn't sing. He wasn't near as good as me. I know he wasn't. I really was a good singer, but it was a captain, wee Mr. Sinkler. He was a wee neb of a man, a wee nuisance of a man, you know.
Mm.
And I don't know whether I annoyed him or something, but I never got singing, but this boy got singing. And I remember thinking, oh, I'd have been better singing than him. There we are.
And you don't remember this? You remember the song? You couldn't sing it.
I don't remember whether it was the one I always sang was The Rose of Tralee, you know.
You sang that the last time.
When
Did we sing?
there was another one, Don't Ever Pass Me By. Don't ever pass me by, just say hello to an old friend. My love will never die, always I'm near to you. Once we were sweethearts, somebody lied. No, 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 it was all foolish pride. Someday I'll nail that lie, so don't ever pass me by. There you are.
It's okay. You know, it reminds me a wee bit of. You ever watch Still Game?
I have watched that, yes, it's quite funny.
Sometimes they sing, and they'll sing a wee song.
Really?
We're one it on. But that was good. I'm surprised actually. I'm surprised that you kind of kept your, didn't lose. You kept your notes as quickly as well. Anyway, I'll finish up with that. You can say cheerio.
Cheerio then. Nice to talk to you.
Hey. Right.